Welcome to We Love That For You, a wedding podcast with personality, perspective, and plenty of heart. We are Chris and Jackie from Limelight Entertainment, and we're here to help you plan your best day ever without the stress. Welcome back to another episode of We Love That For You. Today we're sitting down with one of our event hosts here at Limelight, Moe. When people think about wedding entertainment, they usually think about the music and the dancing. What they don't see is all the preparation, communication, coordination, and problem solving that happens long before guests ever step onto the dance floor. That's something Moe takes very seriously. In fact, he's known for arriving hours ahead of schedule just so he can feel completely prepared for the day ahead. Whether it's connecting with vendors, reviewing timelines, checking equipment, making sure every detail is accounted for, he believes the best wedding experiences are built long before the first song plays. At the same time, Moe brings a smooth, energetic presence that helps couples feel comfortable and guests feel engaged. He knows how to command a room without taking it over, creating the perfect balance of professionalism, personality, and fun. So today, we're here with Moe, and to hear directly from him about what drives him, how he prepares for each event, and why creating a seamless experience for couples is at the heart of everything he does. So welcome, Moe.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to chat it up with you guys.
Yeah, we're excited to talk to you today.
Definitely. Yeah. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So for our viewers, couples interested in us, they don't know you, right? Personally. So if you could describe yourself in 30 seconds,
30 seconds. There's a lot to talk about. I'm a talker, so 30 seconds. I mean, I've been DJing for coming on 16 years now. Started off nightlife back in Illinois and Chicago, and
Nice.
I, mostly nightlife, and I transitioned into weddings about 5 years ago. 3 of them with Limelight. I believe 3 now.
Yeah. Definitely 3 years. Yeah, absolutely.
3 years now with Limelight. I love it. It's every event's different, but every event is so personal to me because I love building these relationships with a lot of my couples.
Right.
And I get to follow their Instagrams. Some of them are having kids now, and some of I see, their progression of life, and I was a part of their big story, and that's what really drives me, and it's just so beautiful to me. Getting those texts the next day, so beautiful to me.
Yeah.
And, I'm just part of someone's most important day, and that's what makes me and drives me and keeps me doing this.
Yeah, I love following their journeys too, even after the wedding.
Yeah, same.
It's pretty awesome.
Very cool.
Tell us. So going back, tell us how you got into DJing. So that was in Illinois.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
When I was 19, my family moved out to Illinois. I didn't want to be too far, so I moved out with them. Met a lot of people at Illinois State over there, and I was younger, didn't really vibe with a lot of the frat kids and things like that. But the first people I met were DJs.
Yeah.
The first 2 guys, shout out Kerry Scheiman and Norberto. They were great guys, and they took me in and just showed me the ropes. I wasn't really I didn't want to really be in the crowd, but I loved to party and hang out and have a good time with all my friends and everybody.
Yeah.
So, they showed me the ropes, and first thing they did, they're like, "You're from New Jersey?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they just handed me a microphone. They're like, "Well, you're emceeing while we're DJing." And I'm like, I've never touched a microphone in my life.
Did they just expect you to be loud?
Yeah, they just expected me to be a hype man. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm doing this. And
great.
and I worked my way into the city. And then I moved back to Jersey, traveled a lot, lived a few places, and then, moved back to Jersey and started back in nightlife, and then jumped right into weddings pretty much shortly after. And I haven't looked back.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's awesome. Do you feel like the Chicago nightlife is very different from our nightlife here?
In a sense, yes. But back in the day, it was I did a lot of house music, which I love.
Yeah.
OG house music, Spy Bar, other places like the Castle used to be open back then, the Mid. Seen a lot of great DJs, a lot of Chicago's festivals, especially in the summer. So, been to a lot of music festivals, and like I said, house music is so big over there.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the underground clubs, there's a small hip hop top 40 section, especially closer to the Cub or where the Cubs play, Wrigley Field, and that's pretty much it's a little different in the sense of like energy wise. Like I feel like the electronic music in Jersey is a lot different of a vibe than the electronic music in Chicago or what the Chicago crowd wants. But things have changed. I haven't been there in a while, so I couldn't tell you what it's like now. But from my experience of me going out is like Jersey loves a lot of their big room, where like Chicago likes a lot of their vibey house, a lot of their, more like, they're bopping instead of, hands in the air all the time.
Right. But it's interesting too, because it's like you're reading each crowd differently. And playing for them. So.
And like I love both those vibes, and like especially when I do weddings, like I like to incorporate a little bit of that, where it's like a more of like my sets. I kind of like to always tell a story, and like I like to like build it up all the time. I don't like to hammer people right away. I kind of do a build so it can like the story makes sense.
I like that
at the end of the night. So, and that's why I love DJing too, is because like I could tell a story in my own way, and then like also create and make sure everyone's having a good time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
While I share that story. You know?
I love that.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
So outside of weddings and DJing, what do you like to do on your days off? What do you do for fun?
Music's still a huge part of my life. Like I like going to shows still. Networking. I love going out and networking. Honestly, I do a lot of that. It's just like DJing's my life. Like, it's literally. I'm not boring though. I go on hikes. I like going to the beach.
Hiking
I like walking.
Fun. Yeah.
I like walking the boardwalk. Especially in Asbury, my favorite boardwalk. I travel. I've traveled a lot. I've been in a lot of countries, over 20 countries.
Really?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Wow.
I've been over 20 countries. I lived overseas for a little bit.
Where'd you live?
In Bahrain. Wow. Small island right outside of like Saudi Arabia and Qatar.
Wow.
Yeah. I did one event out there. It was like a fun like house event with a bunch of guys. It was really cool.
Yeah. I imagine.
But nothing crazy. But it was fun.
That's cool.
I lived in Nashville for about 6 months.
That's so fun.
Yeah, ran away pretty quickly after. No, I'm joking. I just Nashville. There was a lot going on, but also not a lot going on at the same time. Being from New Jersey, like I like having, New York City right there, Philly
Options.
right there, Washington D.C. right there. Not right there, but not too far. Where like in Nashville, like the next closest city is like 4.5 hours away.
It's a drive.
Nashville's fun, but I want to go explore. I'm an explorer.
Exactly.
I like to do a lot of that.
That's awesome. Awesome. What's your favorite country, or where would you want to go back?
Portugal, for sure. Yeah, I went to southern Portugal for actually a BPM Music Festival.
Really?
That's so cool.
Back in, I believe, 2017 or 18. One of the coolest experiences of my life. But like southern Portugal, one of the most beautiful areas, best food, best everything, vibes, music, people. It was amazing.
I can imagine.
It was amazing.
I can imagine.
Got to put that on the bucket list.
Yeah.
It's really nice out there. It's really nice.
That'd be amazing.
So let's get to know a little bit about we touched on this already, but why weddings really matter to you. So what is it about wedding that makes it more than just a job for you?
I mean, it's just that feeling at the end of the night when like my groom comes and gives me the biggest hug ever. And he's like, dude, I had an amazing time. And I'm like, that's what it's about. Like there's nights where like I teared up a little bit because I'm like, holy cow, like I did this. I helped like make someone's most important day. And like I feel like that drives me time and time again. Like I texted the group chat yesterday, like a text I got from the wedding I did on Friday, and like in that moment, I was out with my girlfriend. We were at a show in the city, and I got that text, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I'm so happy I just got this.
Yeah,
like that made my day over everything.
Like
I was just like, nothing else matters today.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean? And that helps me like keep going. That helps me want to do more. That helps me want to create a vibe for every single couple, be a part of their most important day of their life. And I love that.
Yeah, it's such a huge chunk of your why.
Yes, correct.
Like, I don't know. I get it.
It makes me happy. I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes me happy.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It could be corny, 100%. But I love it.
No, it's not corny. I love it. I love it too. I do. When you make someone's day like that, especially such an important day, it definitely makes you feel good, and it drives you to want to just keep doing that over and over again.
I agree. And I tell people all the time, like, the equipment matters. You got to make sure your stuff's working, right? And you got to make sure your stuff sounds good. But at the end of the day, the couple are going to care about what you've provided for them, right? Like,
absolutely,
what kind of service you gave them, how you made their night, and how you cultivated it to their vision.
Yeah.
Right? And their vision is the most important thing. And that's what I care about.
Yeah.
Is their vision. I want to make sure they get what they asked for plus some.
Yeah.
Because that plus some is what's going to take it over to the next level.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. How you make
Love
them
that.
feel is so important.
Just bringing their vision to life, right? And like not going too far away from that. A lot of I've been blessed to have a lot of couples that give me a lot of creative, room. But I make sure it's always catered to their vibe,
Of
right?
course.
Always catered to what they want and how they want it. And that's what makes me happy. As much as I love the art of DJing, it's like their reaction.
Yeah.
Their reaction, the crowd reaction, they had a good time. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what makes you an amazing DJ too. An amazing wedding DJ. So that's awesome. And then to touch back on like reading a room, like when you are behind the booth on a wedding day, what are you paying attention to that you would say most people wouldn't really recognize?
I'm looking at from grandma to the 2-year-old at the wedding. I'm looking at everybody the whole time. Every song I'm playing, every song I'm transitioning into.
Yeah.
I'm paying attention to every single little detail. I'm even looking at the staff. If the staff's having fun, I'm looking to see if they're annoyed because I went over 5 minutes for dinner because the crowd's having a good time, or the crowd is dancing during dinner to dinner music, which happens quite often lately, which I love. But
that's great.
The venues,
you're doing a good job if they're bopping in their seats during dinner, right?
Yeah, keeps them going.
Friday, I had literally they ate so quickly and then just got right back up, and I was just like, awesome, cool,
Perfect.
okay.
Yeah.
And then the groom comes up to me, he goes, can we just skip cake? I was like, that is not my call. I was like,
Right?
that's your call. If
that's what you want, then yes, we can
I was
skip
like, that
cake.
is your call, sir. He's like, all right,
So
let's push it
funny.
back 15 minutes. I was like, all right, cool.
Why not?
Love that.
That's so important with weddings, though. Like just being able to read, like being aware of reading the room, like looking at the older guests, looking at the younger guests. Making sure that everybody's having a good time and everyone's connecting.
And that's our job, That's what drives. It's that story. It's part of that story, right? I wouldn't be able to tell that story if I can't, emotionally connect to everybody on the dance floor or everybody in front of me.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's like that's what, as DJs, that's what we feed off of, right? We feed off the couple's energy, their bridal party's energy, the guests' energy, and that's how we know which song to pick next. That's how we can gauge it from A to Z. You know?
100%.
I just don't think that I realized it until these interviews how much you guys pay attention to back there.
It might not. Sometimes it might not look like I'm looking, but I'm always looking.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I look like my head's down and I'm like in the mix, but no, my eyes are always scanning the room.
Yeah,
literally.
indexing everyone.
Literally.
For sure. Yeah. I do the same, but in a different way because I'm just looking for candid moments that happen.
Right.
But it's the same thing. Like reading facial expressions and anticipating the next move.
Exactly.
And photo and DJing, like I feel like go hand in hand, especially in the wedding aspect, because we're both creating a vibe, and the DJ has to create a vibe for you to capture those moments.
Yeah.
Right. And that's how we work together. Right. Like it's like, all right, this is what we're doing. And this is why I show up 4 hours early.
And we appreciate that.
Oh, we do. That's great.
I've had to wait outside sometimes. They're like, we're not even open yet.
At least you're there, right?
But like I get to have a conversation with the photo team. I get to have a conversation with the video team. I get to have a conversation with the
nice and
team.
relaxed. You're not
Yes.
feeling rushed, and you're not feeling like all these this checklist is still looming over your head, which I love that.
I think Devin showed up Friday and he was like, you're already set up. And I was just like, yeah. He's like, do you want me to gaff? I'm like, yeah, all right, sure.
Sure,
I
if
can
that
do
makes
it.
you happy.
I'm like, if that gives you some work, makes you, I was like, that's cool, man. Just focus on the intros.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So what is, at the end of the night, like, what does a successful wedding look like?
one more song.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. Yes,
We were just talking
too.
about that.
That too. That happens quite often. I do have an encore
love
song
that.
that I use all the time. Doesn't always work. Sometimes it does, but sometimes they love it. Sometimes they don't, depending on the crowd. But Fat Bottom Girls. Love that
that's a good
song.
one.
Yeah, I love ending with that. If they ask for one more song, but just bride and groom being so happy.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
nothing beats their, oh my God, we had an amazing time. When they run up to the DJ booth after that last song of the
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just like hugging me and don't want to let go. And I'm just like, this is so beautiful.
is-
yeah,
This is why I
it.
do it. This is it. This is it right here.
it.
Like he's like Joe Mondi, like has seen me a couple times. Shout out Joe. Like literally just so happy, like literally skipping to my car as I'm going to get the bags because the wedding went so well. I was
so
just like,
good.
like I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I know that feeling.
I love that feeling when the bride and groom comes up to you and they're just like, "Oh, that was so awesome."
It just makes me so happy, and like
Yeah.
it makes. I will say, it makes packing up way less brutal. But yeah,
Right. Yeah.
I'm just packing up with a smile on my face. You know.
Yeah.
So, but
Absolutely.
yeah,
That's awesome.
We don't like the
Beautiful.
packing, but we like that excitement.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, let's talk about how you're able to, like your approach to personalizing a wedding day for a couple. Like, walk us through what they can expect from you on their final planning call, what kind of questions you ask, and what do you focus on that conversation?
So I focus on getting to know my couple right away. I ask pretty much like where they go out, what their vibe is.
Yeah.
I get to know where they work, what they do for work. You know, that's a big one. If they met in college, where they met, if they met at a bar in a certain town, what's their favorite? Sometimes I ask what's their favorite, place to go eat or, hang out and party if they still do party. Some people don't party anymore, but, I ask where they used to party back in college or, where they enjoy going out now. Like I said, what they like doing for fun. And that way I feel like I can get a better connection and like we're almost like friends on the day of the event. Right.
Yeah.
Like we're pretty much like close enough friends. Like we're like we are so comfortable with each other that on the day of like everything, like it's just like you're working with your friend. Like it's all good. Like we're chilling. They have the trust. They have all that. And then we dive into music. I even ask, what the age range of their crowd is. I think that's huge.
Yeah.
And I ask them to give me like a ballpark percentage. How many people are 50 and above.
Right.
30%, 40%, 50%.
Yeah.
And that helps me also like plan for the night.
That's a great question.
Yeah, because it's one of those things where like I don't want to give them, if they're gonna give me a request of like a million like young people songs and then half their crowd is older, I need to know how to pivot when I have to, right?
Yeah.
And I also tell my couples like, all right, listen, we gotta like actually like talk. If you're expecting this and your crowd is this, it might not mix well. Let's talk about it and let's find a happy median, right? Which a lot of people are cool with because a lot of people, they probably never planned a wedding before. They don't know, you know what I mean? So like we kind of have to guide them through that.
Right.
And that all I feel like works in making events so successful and weddings so successful because I just relate to them. I try to joke around with them. We laugh. We have fun. I try to accommodate everything they ask for. I mean, like it's never anything crazy. You know what I mean? But like music wise, we live in a world of technology. Everything's easy to find. You can Google and search anything nowadays. And there's so many DJ record pools that you could pull music off of, and things like that. So yeah, but like I said, those questions are what makes the event successful. Being personal with them, getting to know them. Finding out if they have kids, how old their kids are, what their kids like to do, if they have kids, which happens, and that's pretty awesome too. And like I said, it makes it like, so on the day of the event, we're all just one giant family, just having a party, having fun, celebrating them.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's awesome. I like that.
A lot of couples are sometimes, worried about awkward dance floors, feeling forced. So what's your approach to preventing that?
So as you all know, I'm not a big MC guy. So like during my dance sets, I'm not MC heavy. I'm not forcing people on the dance floor. I let the music talk all the time.
Yeah.
And I tell my couples that in all my meetings, hey, on a scale from 1 to 10, which I know we have on the planning forms as well, how much do you want me to be on the mic? Because I am a very like in the middle MC, right? Like if I see that the crowd needs a little push, a little more confidence, I might hop on, put your hands up, something light, but I'm never pressuring people because I let the music do the talking. And luckily, you know, I've been blessed enough to where my music has always done well, you know what I mean? And the way I mix. So, you know, and a lot of my couples love that. And that's why I feel like they hire me and they like me, is because I'm not so heavy during my dance sets on the microphone. You know, I'm not every 2 seconds like, hey, put your hands up. Hey, get on the dance floor, you know.
Because
hey.
that could be awkward.
Yes,
you
exactly.
know?
Like,
Yeah.
and that's why I don't push it too much.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't like to either. It's not my personality really. You know, it's like I love doing my intros. That's always fun. That gives me so much excitement. But like during dance sets, I truly believe like the beauty of music has to be shown, right?
Yeah.
And like the way it's part of also telling that story, and like interrupting that story too many times might affect the flow of how I DJ and how I mix and how I read a room.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That makes sense.
That's how I avoid those awkward moments.
Yeah. It's all about playing the right song at the right time.
Right time. And then sometimes there's like if I see like, all right, they might need a little push in the second dance set, you know, in the post dinner dance set. I'll do something I like to do is like I'll suggest to my couple, hey, do you want to do a group shot?
Group shots are fun.
You want to do a group shot right
I like
after
a group
cake?
shot, yeah.
We'll invite everybody on the dance floor, and then I just drop a banger right there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
do 3 shots, fun shot, playing it with the photographer, behind the DJ booth, get him a chair, and people love that.
Yeah.
And that got everyone on the dance floor, and let's go.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
And then you just rip it from there because it's a second dance set, so you're coming in with more energy to begin with. You know, like I'll choose a random like high energy song, whether it's September or Let's Get Loud by J-Lo or something fun that fits the vibe, of course, and that can just like as soon as they're done with that picture, it's like they're ready to go.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and luckily it's always worked. You know, so
Yeah.
I like that's one of the like small things I like doing.
I love that. It creates a snapshot for them too.
I like the
Exactly.
songs that you mentioned.
Photo is great. It's
Yeah.
always a good one for like a full page spread in an album because there's so many people in it. You got almost your whole wedding in that photo.
Yep,
So.
exactly. So I try to
great.
like get everyone,
that.
literally all the guests,
Yeah, I love
on
that.
the dance floor to like come together and then put the couple in the middle and go from there.
And I like the songs that you mentioned too because they're cross generational, right? So
Exactly.
that like you have to
Definitely.
keep that in mind for those moments because you want to capture everyone and keep everyone out there, older guests, younger guests, everybody.
Yep, exactly. And that's why I go like kind of in the middle.
Yeah,
like you
yeah,
said.
yeah.
So
Very
Cool.
cool. Very cool. So when it comes to your philosophy on balance, how do you balance what the couple wants versus what the guests are reacting to?
So that goes. I feel like that always goes to planning, right?
Yeah, it goes back to the phone call, right?
Yeah, it goes back to the planning phone call. It also goes back to like as a DJ, like how you're planning for your events, how you're setting up for your weddings, how you're prepping music. Because at the end of the day, the couple are going to give us their vibe. They're going to give us their music that they want you to play, the must plays that they must hear throughout the night. But you also, as a DJ, our job is to read their other crowd, and that's why we ask those questions to prep for those moments, right? And I do it so like in a way like. If it is an awkward song that is just for the couple, but they want it played during like the middle of the dance set, absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But most of the time that works. Like I don't jump on the mic and I'm like, yeah, it's a request from the couple. You know what I mean? That makes things awkward too. So usually like people like can already tell like, okay, that's something for them. You know, they'll create a circle, or else I'll be like, hey, create a circle around your bride and groom. You know what I mean? And I feel like that helps avoid those awkward moments when it's music that the majority might not know. And then you bring them back, right? A song here and then 2 songs for everyone and 3 songs for the couple. You know, like as a DJ, you should know how to handle that. But yeah, I that's how how I handle it.
Yeah.
So let's dive a little bit further into your professional experience. So can you share a moment where something didn't go as planned at a wedding and how you handled it and kind of how you saved the day?
This past Friday, actually, at my wedding, I during speeches, my main mic started giving out. The frequencies, I don't know what happened. I'm guessing there was the big body of water behind us.
Oh yeah.
Could have affected the frequencies.
Were you on a marina?
We were at Maritime Park.
That'll do
we
it.
were inside
Right outside
in
New York
upstate.
City, right?
Right outside of the city?
Yeah,
that'll
right
do
outside
it.
New York.
My flashes do not want to communicate there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I had to, luckily I had a backup microphone, plugged that in right into my board, and I felt bad because it was the groom's mother's speech at the time, and she was like getting through it, kept chopping up in the first like 2 seconds, and I literally ran downstairs, grabbed the other microphone, plugged it in. I'm like, start over, please. And everything went smooth from there. But like that's how I feel like I saved the day, because they had 4 speeches that day, and they had 2 of them early on, and then 2 of them during dinner because they wanted to kind of separate it so it's not too long, which was perfect, by the way.
Yeah.
Pay attention, couples, if you have too many speeches.
Split it up.
So backup equipment is super important.
Yeah.
But backup equipment, my girlfriend makes fun of me because she says I have backups to my backups.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah.
You should.
And I'm like, that's what helps my anxiety. So,
Absolutely.
Exactly.
And I get to save the day. Like,
Absolutely.
and there's like, I've shown up at like venues where there's like the couple, like for example, they might have not hired us for a ceremony, and then the microphone at the venue wasn't working. They'll text me while they're in there. Oh my God, Mo, can you please help us? I'm like, yeah, I got you. Like, no worries. You know what I mean? Like I do everything for my couple as much as I can on the day of, and stuff happens, and we deal with technology, right? So like it's not always gonna be working the way we need it to, and we got to learn with experience on how to adjust and adapt as we go, because at the end of the day, this is a high pressure job. High pressure job. So it's like having those backups and being able to maneuver in those moments, in those awkward moments, or when something goes wrong, when a speaker goes out. I've had a speaker go out before, actually.
Yeah.
It was as simple as an XLR change. Obviously, I was in the moment. I was kind of like freaking out. I was like, oh my God, my speaker went out. I have to go get another one from the truck.
Right.
And during dinner, just swapped out an XLR. And
Good to go. Yeah.
So, and luckily I had spare XLRs. So, and that goes back to the backups.
Backups and extra equipment, but having that professional experience, being in it for this long, you learn, how to pivot, what to bring with you, and how to fix things fast.
Yeah, and like that's what it's about. It's like you got to be on your feet. You got to be on your toes the whole time, on your feet, and like just right, because if anything happens, like it just and that comes with experience. Obviously, when I first started, now if a speaker goes out, my anxiety is way less about it because I know how to handle it. I know the things to look for immediately to fix it right away. And it takes me less than 20 seconds at this point,
Yeah. Let's touch on a little bit about like your music and your personal style. So if we dropped into one of your dance floors at peak energy, what would that feel like?
Hands in the air, people breaking it down, people having fun. I don't like to stick to, as much as I love house music and electronic music, I don't like to stick to one genre.
Right.
I like being versatile. I like going from genre to genre. I love playing the Latin. I love playing the house. I love playing the disco. I love playing the hip hop, the R&Bs, the everything in between, the rock, the pop punk. Pop punk is a huge favorite of mine.
Yeah. Keep people guessing.
Yeah, and I feel like it helps build a story, right? And that goes back to what I was saying. Building a story is so important with my sets, and that story is catered to every couple, every event in their own way, right? And I make sure that I try to, this is why we have those meetings, is that you can walk in at peak hour at any moment, or like in that moment of peak hour, and you're having a good time, no matter who you are, no matter what your music taste is. Right. And like, that's what I like doing. And that's why I like being versatile and like being more like just having my library to where it's like I have almost every song in every genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's probably impossible to have every song, but like that's that's the goal, and that builds experience too because it helps avoid those awkward moments on the floor, like we were mentioning earlier.
You're like prepared for anything at that point.
Yeah, because your library is so built, right? Like so you're ready you could pivot in any direction. So
yeah, definitely.
So when you're building a story, this next question has me kind of thinking about this story. Like, what kind of music do you gravitate toward when you build that party? And like, I guess going back to your questionnaires and getting to know the couple, like each one is personally built. So I guess it would, obviously it's going to be different every single time.
Yeah, and it really is because it's different every single time. Like, luckily I get a lot of couples that are like right up my vibe. You know what I mean? They like their top 40 like house remixes. They like, their Joel Corey songs. They like, stuff like that. And that's so it always works out for me in that sense. So I definitely gravitate more towards like higher energy music. 120 and up beats per minute usually. But like I said, I don't start that way. I like to build like I'm in the middle, like 110, between 110 and 115 is what I usually like to start as far as like music energy goes, and then like build it from there, and then go up and down from there where I need to. Right.
Nice.
I feel like that's a happy median. I'm very like a balanced person, so I feel like everything in life has to have balance.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that.
I don't know if that's the best way to go about life, but that's how I go about
no,
life.
I think it is.
So like,
I think it is.
And like even with music, right? Like balance is important. Like, and that's why like I don't want to hammer an hour at EDM while grandma's sitting like right in front of me in the speaker. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to hear that for an hour sitting in front of a speaker as much as I love the music. You know what I mean?
Start off
so it's like
strong
because then grandma's gonna like want to leave early. You know what I mean? She's
like, I can't.
No, we want to keep grandma for the whole night. You know? So I always tell my couple that too. Like, my job is to keep literally especially the older people there till the end.
Yeah.
I was like,
100%.
we want to keep them till the end.
Yeah,
that's an accomplishment.
We don't want anybody to leave early.
I love grandmas.
Yeah.
So, do you have like a certain song that you feel just always hits?
Ooh.
We talked about every crowd being different, but is there that one song that just always hits?
Yeah.
Don't laugh. Unwritten, Natasha Bedingfield.
Yeah.
I agree.
I will. That is my sick. That's.
I agree.
I love that song. I play it every set, like almost non-negotiable. It has worked in every room. It's almost only requested like once or twice on the must plays that I've ever gotten, but like literally every room I've played it in never failed.
Yeah,
I've been playing that song a lot lately too, and it hits.
I've been playing that song for years. I will forever love that song. Yeah, she's great.
So do you
awesome.
do you hit that in the middle of a dance set? Like, do you have like a remix of it, or is that like a dinner song? Like everybody's sitting in their seats singing?
Dancing? No, it's a dancing song. Like I play that during like.
All right,
like,
so do I. So
I play that. I have a Moomba remix of it that really hits.
Okay.
And it's not too far away from like the original, but it's got like a heavy bass line. So like people are like raised into it, and then and then I get everyone clapping during the breakdown.
That's awesome.
I love that song. It gives me the feels.
It
does it for me, and the crowd reaction I get, like even when I have like a hip hop heavy couple and I drop that song, love it.
Yeah.
When I have an EDM heavy couple and I drop that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
it's a massive sing along.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna probably get roasted for this, but wasn't it like a song for like a TV show? That was a pretty big TV show.
Was it?
I think it was.
Maybe.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that doesn't remember. I'm pretty sure it was. I just don't remember what TV show it was.
Maybe that's why it was so big.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Like I can't remember if it was a reality show, like The Hills or something, or if it was like even before that. It wasn't a reality. I'm gonna look it up when we're done.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was.
That's definitely a search.
Yeah.
Or maybe our
I'm interested to know.
In the comments section, you can let me know what it is.
Natasha Bedingfield also has
one.
another wedding banger that a lot of people love. These Words, the Badger
These
remix.
Words,
the Badger remix or edit of it is so good. It's
I play that too.
I play that too. A lot of my couples love to use it for their intro, which I love. And then they're like, "Can you play it again later?" I'm like, "I got you." Yeah. So I think she's very talented. I like a lot of her music. Yeah.
I love that. Cool. Well, let's talk about the experience you create for your couples. What do you think couples are really hiring you for beyond music?
I feel like I feel like I bring like a chiller personality, you know what I mean? Since I'm not like this, like very like my intros are high energy, but like I said, during my dance sets, I'm not very big on the mic, right? I'll give my couple shout outs here and there, not very big on mic. And I feel like that's why I get hired a lot, is because I tell my story and I tell their story through music.
Yeah.
And I cater it to them. And yeah, I feel like that's their, and my versatility in music as well. I feel like a lot of my couples enjoy that I can go from rock, pop, punk to reggaeton to hip hop, to R&B,
your adaptability,
to disco, to house, and I love that, and that's what I get. That's the feedback I get. You know what I mean? And like I love that. I love that. Like when people hire me and get me, they almost know what they're going for, and that's my vibe, and that's why they want someone like
love
me.
it.
Yeah.
So what's one mistake you see couples make when planning their entertainment?
Not hiring professional services. And when I say that, I mean like but like definitely if you're looking to hire someone, whether it's your photo, video, DJ, ceremony services, whoever it is, your officiant, make sure they have the experience, right? Even if it's a friend, even if it's a family member, make sure they have the experience, right?
Yeah.
They're not doing it as like a side thing, or they're not just doing it for fun. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just make sure they have the experience, because if one part of that, especially like, for example, like if it's DJ and photo, right? They have to connect. And if one of them doesn't have experience, it's not gonna flow as well from my experience. And that's what I've seen over the years.
Yeah.
It just flows a lot better when everyone hires professionals that are there for the service and less as friends.
Yes,
right.
Yes. Better
and I think
communication.
Better communication helps keep everything pretty tidy and working smoothly. That's my biggest advice, honestly. And the other advice, big mistake I see couples do: don't be shy with the music. Tell us your vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know is not an answer.
Yeah.
You have a vibe. You listen to music. Tell us your vibe.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Don't worry about your guests yet. We'll get there. Tell us your vibe. Let us know. Don't be afraid to tell us your vibe. Your vibe isn't weird. We all have different tastes in music.
Right.
It's okay. Tell us your vibe.
Yeah. We
'cause
want to know.
The more we know, the better we could do for you.
For you, yeah.
Yeah.
And we have ways to incorporate different. John, like I had a wedding in Freehold last year. One of my fun, like high energy weddings, and the groom is a big like drum and bass fan.
Okay.
Oh.
And like dubstep fan, right?
Okay.
Oh.
Half their crowd was older. So
Yeah.
what I did was, and we discussed this, we planned this together. He kind of DJs for fun.
Yeah.
And we discussed this together. And what I did was I literally like was playing like Ain't No Mountain High Enough, but it was like a drum and bass remix.
Oh,
to
that's
the point
cool.
where the end of the night, like his mom and dad came up to me and like gave me the biggest hugs in the world. They're like, this was an amazing experience.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
And it was at
great.
a firehouse, and it was so cool. Like we made it so
Nice.
vibey. They had the
Yeah.
lights, everything, and they just loved it, right?
That's
and
cool.
like, but during our meetings, he was shy about it, right? And I was
Right.
like, let's find something that works. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna make you happy and your wife happy, and we're gonna find something that works. And she's on that vibe too. She's a big drum and bass dubstep fan, and it was such an amazing wedding.
Yeah.
It
That's
was a lot
really
of fun.
cool.
Yeah.
How
It's
you're
all
able
about
to tailor it.
figuring
Yeah.
out the solution together, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, don't be
But
shy.
don't hold that information
Exactly.
from us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because then if you don't hear what you like, you
Yeah.
only got one person to be mad at, right?
Very true. Very true.
Oh, it's funny.
That's so funny. So, what's one good piece of advice you'd give a couple who wants an amazing dance floor?
Trust your DJs. Trust your DJs. You've had the meetings. you've had the planning. Trust your DJs to rock the night. Because that's what they're there for. That's their job. Just trust them. Trust your DJs, and we all work together. And I tell I'm very communicative on the day of my events. Right, I check in with my couple like literally any chance I get. I tell them what's going on. I go over. I grab the maitre d. Literally, hey, we're gonna go through timeline with the couple. Yeah, right. Like I don't like doing that just myself, so that way everyone's on the same page. Everything's streamlined, but trust your DJs, trust your venue, and everything will go smoothly.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah,
put your trust in the professionals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Kick back, enjoy the day.
Enjoy the day. Yeah,
we'll make sure everything runs smooth, and we'll make sure that everybody has a great time.
You hired us for a reason, right?
Yep, exactly.
Let's talk about dream wedding to DJ. What is your dream wedding to be the DJ at? What does the energy feel like from start to finish? Like best wedding you'll ever DJ in your whole life.
Oh man, pressure.
Man,
how would it feel?
That's pressure because every wedding's my favorite wedding.
Good answer. Good answer.
I mean, they're all really fun.
They're all really fun. Yeah,
they're all different.
They're all different. But I'm a like, it's weird to say because like my favorite thing to do is just like flow, right, and do me. And like my favorite weddings are the ones that are like that the couple are like, we heard you out, whether it's in Asbury, at Porta, or at Bond Street, or in Hoboken.
And do your thing.
Do your thing. Literally, it's just like, do not play these 3 songs. Other than that, do your thing. And I'm like, all right, cool. Those are my favorite. Those are That's cool. Always my. Those are always my dream weddings, and luckily I get those. Right. So, like those are my dream weddings. The energy is a build. I can go up and down with it where I hit you emotionally, and I love seeing that reaction and be like, oh my God, I haven't heard this song in so long. Yeah. And then just like, they just hands in the air, they're all having fun. Or even if it's a new song, and like I incorporate it in there, the way I mix it. Oh my God, this is such a great song. I just heard it the other day. And like, just getting that reaction, and just building that energy. And that's my dream wedding, is like being able to just DJ out of my own creativity, honestly. Which I mostly get to do, but so yeah.
And just see and feel those reactions.
Yeah, and like that's at the end of the day, as much as I love music and I'm in it for a lot of the music, it's also about that crowd reaction. Like I wouldn't be, honestly, I would just be producing if it wasn't, I love DJing way more than producing, so like that crowd reaction.
You feel the feels.
Yeah, like seeing people have that joy on the dance floor and from something I created is what gives me joy and happiness.
Sure.
Like it's I may have not produced these songs that I'm playing, but just the way I put them together, the way I mixed them to the crowd, the way I just made grandma happy and then the 15-year-old niece happy, on the same dance floor. That's what makes me happy.
Yeah.
I made grandpa happy and Uncle Mike happy. It's what drives me.
Awesome.
Those are my dream weddings. Is just seeing everyone on the dance floor, packed dance floor, happy the whole time.
Yeah.
That's it. And dancing and having a good time.
So, in your eyes, what makes a wedding unforgettable?
Like for me or for like the couple?
For everyone.
For everyone.
For everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Yeah. The couple and you.
I mean, music is everything, right? It's the flow, the energy. Obviously, you have to have a good bridal party that wants to party. A good crowd that helps a lot. But that's what a successful wedding is. That's what makes it unforgettable. People dancing, people having a good time, and staying on the dance floor, right? And it's a team effort. So as long as the venue's working with you, you're working with the venue, you're working with the photo team, you're working with the video team, you're working with your couple, being communicative. I think it always makes an unforgettable night. Especially when the bridal party, the crowd, the guests, everyone is just having a good time and they know the assignment, right? When people come to weddings, you're coming to dance, right? You're coming to have a good time. You're coming to celebrate two beautiful people starting their life's journey, you know? What I mean?
Absolutely.
So it's like, it all has to work together, and that's what makes it unforgettable,
right?
I believe.
100%.
Agreed.
Cool.
So we're gonna end on some rapid fire questions about a potential future wedding for you. Like if you were talking about your dream wedding, would you go for a first look or no first look?
I would go for first look.
Yeah, I agree. First looks are great. They give you some time together, some breathing room. How about personal vows or traditional vows? Would you write your own or would you go traditional?
Personal.
Yeah? I like that.
Personal. I'm an emotional guy, so personal.
It sounds like it too. Like the way that you build your dance sets and build the story of a night and talk about the emotion of music.
Yeah,
music is emotional.
Yeah, I've cried in ceremonies before. I'm like, oh my God, guys, stop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like listening to personal vows at a ceremony. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What would be your introduction song?
Ooh.
Do you have an idea? Have you ever thought of that?
Ooh.
It's a tough one.
That is a big question.
I know. It's a huge question.
Yeah, like how are we kicking off this?
I would
like
stick
a lot
with
of
the one
music.
we did. Like the one me and you walked into.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change it. You picked that one though.
What'd you guys use?
It was this song called Lightning, but it was like Johnny Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls did the vocal on it, and it was just really, really cool because like me, I used to like the Goo Goo Dolls a lot when I was growing up. I just like his voice a lot, and the song was like super high energy. It was like an EDM song, and that was like huge at the time, you know. It was just. It wasn't like a super well-known song, so I kind of liked that about it. It just had good energy, good vibes, and like a voice that I liked, you know. So it was just a good way to kind of kick things off.
Yeah,
okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, for me, it'd probably be "Rather Be" by Just Glenn.
Okay,
Bandit.
okay,
that's one of my favorite all-time songs. Love her voice.
Love that.
Beautiful voice. I think it's "Rather Be." It's right in the middle for me. So like, you know what I mean? I'm like day-to-day life, I'm a very chill person. So like, you know, it's like right there for me. It's not too high energy. It's just right in the middle right there where I like it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Love it. Would you go with a big wedding party or just a few close friends?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now, people are going to find this funny, but few close friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to DJ big wedding parties.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I want all my couples to have a huge wedding party, but I'm going to have a small one.
It has to do with a lot of the energy that, you know, when you have a large wedding party, it is great. It's great for dance floors. It's great for like the energy there. But like throughout the day, that it does become difficult, at least on my end, because we've got to organize upwards of 20 to 25 people with large wedding parties. Everyone's got to line up. Someone's got to pee. Someone's over here. Someone needs a drink. So like it can be difficult with larger wedding parties. So I mean, and it also adds a little bit more logistical things to figure out. And I've just been in the presence of many different wedding parties, large and small. So a nice, I'd say medium-sized wedding party is perfect. 6, 7 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I have a very huge family, though, so it's...
a lot of cousins.
A lot of cousins, a lot of uncles.
Yeah.
A lot of distant cousins.
Yeah.
People we call cousins, but I don't think they're our cousins. I don't think we're blood related at all.
We have a few of those, too.
That's funny.
That's so funny.
That's
all
great.
Right, so how about cake cutting in the middle of the party or off to the side?
To the side.
Yeah.
To the side always.
I think a DJ is always going to say off to the side, right? Or would you do it? We did it in the middle of the dance floor.
Yeah.
We
had fun with it, though.
It was 12 years ago.
Yeah, but we also had fun
We
with
had
it.
fun with
you
it.
know? We weren't just standing there like, all proper and everything. We had a good time with it.
Yeah. That was fun.
Depends on your personality, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd keep the dance floor going this time around if we did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really have no preference.
Chris is a very traditional guy. He likes tradition.
Yeah, I do too.
like.
I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah.
I like it. But like for me, like it's like there's sometimes where like it makes sense to like do it in the middle of the dance floor and like
you need the break.
Yeah, sometimes like they need a break.
Yeah.
Right? So it makes sense. But sometimes I just like more often than not if it's right after dinner, just get it done.
Just get it done.
Yeah.
Some of the venues do it automatically right after dinner nowadays.
And most people like nowadays like really don't want it, and like a lot of it's private nowadays.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. I do like it though sometimes, like after dinner, if you're stuck with like, not stuck, I shouldn't say stuck, but like if you're given like a 2-hour dance set, like after dinner, you know?
It needs,
it needs
you need
maybe 45 minutes into that dance set, like it'd be
needs
nice to like kind of break it up a little bit with the traditional cake cutting, you know?
It gives people an opportunity to like get another drink,
hit
up the photo booth, make their way back around.
But that's like, that also goes back to like one thing I like to do when I DJ is like I do handle it like nightlife, right? Like bar owners sometimes like if you have a packed dance floor the whole night and nobody's going to buy drinks, the bar owner is not happy. He doesn't care that the dance floor is packed.
Yeah. That's true.
It's like nobody's coming.
It's how much the bar is making, right?
And
like that, you kind of like sometimes I feel like that you have to flow with the music to let people go get that breather, go get a drink, go get a little bit of dessert. You know what I mean?
True.
I feel like that gets their energy back. So when they come back, they're like ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
that's
happened multiple times for me, and I love that. I love
that makes total sense.
so much
natural.
for rapid fire, huh?
Yeah, it's a natural flow. No, I like it. I like it. The conversation's important. So what would your last song of the night be? Do you have something on your mind about that?
Probably Unwritten.
Yeah. Duh.
The greatest song ever.
Oh, the best song ever.
Go out with a great sing along, right?
Yeah. Unwritten for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And would you do a late night snack? And if you would, what would your late night snack? Like a grab and go for your guests on the way out?
Taco Bell.
Yes.
Wow, Taco Bell lover,
Yes.
huh? Okay.
Yes.
Jackie loves Taco Bell.
That's my reward meal after a wedding. If I'm not being good, it's my reward meal after a wedding. That's why I really like coming home from Hamilton Manor because I have to pass Taco Bell on the way home. Like, ooh, reward.
Taco Bell's like that taco. So my girlfriend just moved right by Hamilton Manor.
Oh, really?
So you know.
And that Taco
That's
Bell's
so
like
funny.
right 5 minutes away from her. So.
That's so funny.
I love Taco Bell. Chris,
I love it
Chris
too.
does not enjoy it with me.
I can't eat it.
He does not enjoy it with me.
love it.
And there's nothing more like disappointing than getting that Taco Bell and having no one to enjoy it with. You know?
I agree.
You're like, you don't want one? No.
Oh my God, did you ever have their breakfast?
No. I have my staples that I...
Oh man, they used to have the best breakfast.
Yeah, they don't do it anymore,
No,
right?
they don't do it anymore.
No, I
but it
never
was
did
like fast food wise, it was probably the best breakfast.
Were they like breakfast burritos, I'm guessing?
So they had breakfast burritos. I don't eat pork, so like I would get like the steak sausage and the egg and steak burritos.
Wow.
Especially when I'm hungover or after a long night. And it was just like get me right back on to my energy, and I'm like ready to go.
That's great.
Fuel me back up.
They had like a Crunchwrap Supreme steak thing that I loved, and they put a hash brown in there, eggs, that jalapeno creamy sauce. Taco Bell, just sponsor me.
Bring back breakfast.
Lots of love for Taco Bell.
I will promote your breakfast.
I love it. I love it. Well, Mo, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you guys.
I'm so glad we got you
down.
here. And thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Thank you.
And
Thank you guys for having me.
if Mo feels like he'd be the right pick for you, just let us know. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. And wherever you are and whatever you're planning, we love that for you.
All right. Excellent.
See you guys.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. If this episode was helpful, make sure you follow or subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. We love hearing from you, so if you have a question, a planning struggle, or an episode idea, email me at jackie@limelightentertainmentnj.com. There's a really good chance your question becomes a future episode. And if you're planning a New Jersey wedding and want vendors who truly care, you can find us at limelightwedding.com. And remember, wherever you're planning and whatever you're dreaming, we love that for you.